I've got some time before she gets here. Maybe I'll work on that fight scene a bit. Okay, let's see. Start out in a kind of standoff. If our hero's over there, the villain is here. This has got to be the climactic moment, so I need to have, let's see, this isn't a movie, don't worry about angles. How about they don't say anything? They just stare off at each other. Hero's been working up until this point, and villain's been setting up until this point, so this has got to be the climactic moment. And at the very last moment, stare off. Meet that understanding. They finally see that one is the peril of the other, or at least as the villain sees it, the yin to his yang, as the hero sees it, the dark to his light, the cure to his disease, the cleanse to his corruption. Oh, hello, darling. You're here early. What am I doing? Just walking through a fight scene. Yes, literally. It always helps if I can act it out. Know where the fists are flying before I describe it, you know? I thought you'd seen me do this before. No? Oh, that's right. I always had those scenes written out by the time you saw them. Oh, boy. Well, welcome to this writer's brand of crazy. I'd love some help. Are you sure? You'd love to help the great Michael Jensen create one of his scenes. I don't know about great, but... Oh, you do, huh? Thank you, darling. Your exaggerated praise is appreciated. Do you want to be the hero or the villain? You want to be the bad guy. Making note of that later. Okay, so... you stand over there. Now, the hero and the villain will be in a standoff. And this is that big climactic moment where the hero has made it this far after trudging through so much garbage that the villain has set up. And the villain has been setting this up the entire time. So now they have that big old standoff. They make their eyes meet really intensely, gazing into each other's souls, and it starts to dawn on the hero, at least, that they might be the same person. They might just be the two sides of the same coin. And in that moment, when the villain fully realizes what's going on through the hero's head, the villain then attacks first. Why? Well, it makes sense. I mean, not just bad guy going after the good guy. I know he's a bit of an anti-hero, but I don't think the hero would attack first in this situation. Villain, on the other hand, would see the look in his hero's eyes, in his rival's eyes, and realize, I've already beaten him psychologically. So now the villain will then try to beat him physically, you know? Good question, though. Alright, so they have their guns drawn, pointed at each other. Like this. Like I said, in a standoff. I'm thinking the villain would create some kind of feint in order to get out of the line of fire, but also to get closer to the hero. That's what he's been trying to do this entire time. Trying to get into his head. A lunge? Like, straight towards the hero. I don't know. You're thinking it gives him the element of surprise. Makes sense. Okay, let's try it. So we're here. The villain lunges forward. Oh, hey. The villain is not as distracting as you are, so I don't think throwing himself into the hero's arms is going to work. Although I like how your villain thinks. Okay, back to position. Let's try it in character this time. Villain lunges forward, shoulder slams into the hero's boom! Knocks him off balance. Hero drops his weapon as he falls, and they end up on the ground. Wait, does the villain still have their weapon? If so, they have an advantage over the hero. The villain drops it somewhere during the initial scuffle. Okay, that works. You're being distracting again, darling. I know you aren't trying to, but we are kind of tangled up on the floor right now. And I'm kind of at your mercy right now. Oh, you're just getting into playing the bad girl, huh? Well, as the good guy, I'm going to have to resist your evil charms. No. No. Nope. No matter how many kisses you give me, I will never give in. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I will. You are very persuasive. Okay. All right. Let's start from the top. I have another idea. What if the villain does a roll towards the hero? Still a distracting move, but there's a better opportunity for lost weapons, and making this a fist fight. Which is what I'd rather it be, a fist fight, in the end. Alright, stand off, roll, and... Oh! Darling! Darling, are you okay? Here, let me see that. You're probably gonna have a bruise on that arm. Here, you sit down on the couch, I'll go grab an ice pack. Here we go. Wrapped it up in a towel so... Darling, you're... crying. How bad does it hurt? Should we go get it checked out? What do you mean it's not this? What is it then? Just one more thing to deal with? What's going on? Hey, come here. Come into my arms. Shh. Into my arms. I've got you, okay? It's okay. No, shh. Don't say a word. Don't you say a word, okay? Just... I've got you. Just let it out, okay? Just let it all out. There we go. Here. Let me get these tears off that beautiful face. There we go. Here. I'll hold the ice to this bruise while you tell me what's going on, right? Uh-huh. That's not too much pressure, is it? Good. And then what? I see. All right, and what else then? Good grief. Darling, that is a lot to deal with. As if your regular job and your day-to-day activities wasn't bad enough, now you got the injured arm. Have you at least been getting any rest at all? Oh, love. No wonder this was the final straw for you. I'm surprised you haven't cracked already. You're one of the strongest people I know. I mean it. I've seen you go through tough times and come out of them. Banged up and scarred sometimes. But still going. And this is a lot all at once. But please, you don't have to carry it alone, love. Why didn't you tell me this before? You've been in the thick of it for a while, and it was just easier to deal with it alone. But darling, you aren't dealing with it. You've been pushing it away, ignoring it, until at last it's all boiled over. When I'd ask you what was wrong, you'd brush it off as being tired or maybe work being busy. I didn't push it, but I wasn't necessarily buying that. If you wanted me to know, yeah, your best friend knows when to push it, but this felt different. Now I understand why. Look at me. Look at me, darling. Don't you do that again, okay? I may not be able to do anything, but I can listen while you vent. I can't stop the tears, but I can hold you while you cry. I can't take the pain away, but I can hold some ice against it. And I can't make you sleep, but I can just sit with you until you're relaxed. However you need me, I'll be there for you. Always. If you'll let me, that is. Okay, deal. You'll tell me next time, and I'll have a shoulder to cry on ready for you. Let's look at that arm. Yeah, it's already looking blue. Like how you feel, huh? Hopefully it won't get too much worse. Neither blueness. Tell you what, how about you and I make dinner? And then we can watch that movie you've been trying to get me to watch. No, not yet. I've been busy, and, well, I wanted to watch it with you, since you like it so much. We can watch that feature at the cinema later. I'd rather stay in tonight and take care of you. Is this movie gonna make me cry? Oh, great. Well, we'll have matching red eyes and stuffy noses then. I guess I'd better get the box of tissues for each of us. Yeah. I love you, darling. I know it's tough right now, but you'll get through it. I'll be right here whenever you need me. Now, let's go start dinner. I think you'll like what I picked out for you. Huh? You're offering to cut the onions since you've already been crying. Very funny. Come on, my little comedian. All that fight scene made me hungry.